afternoon and welcome to Pakistan Today News from our London studio. I'm Chris Taylor. Talks between Pakistan and Afghanistan in Istanbul have ended without an agreement on tackling cross-border terrorism. After 3 days of discussions, negotiators were unable to finalize a framework for verifiable action against militant groups operating from Afghan territory. Early optimism faded when the Afghan delegation refused to provide written guarantees, leaving the process stalled despite continuous engagement. Officials from both sides say dialogue will continue in the coming weeks to avoid a complete breakdown of cooperation. In Riyadh, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has met with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman ahead of the Future Investment Initiative Conference, also known as FII-9. The high-level meeting, attended by key Pakistani ministers and advisors, focused on boosting trade, investment, and economic collaboration across multiple sectors. During his visit, the Prime Minister is also expected to meet regional leaders and global investors to highlight Pakistan's economic potential and its commitment to sustainable development. Political tensions are rising sharply in Azad Jammu and Kashmir, where Prime Minister Anwarul Haq faces growing pressure to resign or face a no-confidence vote. Coalition partners, including the PPP and PMLN, held discussions at the presidency to outline plans for a new PPP-led government. PMLN's Ahsan Iqbal confirmed support for the motion but said his party will not join the new coalition, while PPP's Qamar Zaman Khaira criticized Haq's performance, calling for political stability in the region. For more on this developing story, we go to our Islamabad correspondent, Sarah William.
Chris, political uncertainty in Azad Jammu and Kashmir has deepened over the past few days, with party leaders intensifying behind-the-scenes negotiations. The PPP leadership believes a change at the top is essential to restore confidence in governance and deliver on key reforms. Meanwhile, sources say Prime Minister Haq is attempting last-minute consultations to secure support from smaller parties. The situation remains fluid, with both sides claiming they have the numbers to prevail when the assembly reconvenes. Analysts warn that prolonged instability could delay crucial development and reconstruction projects in the region.
Thank you, Sarah. In another major political development, PPP chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has met JUIF chief Maulana Fazlur Rahman to discuss future parliamentary cooperation. Both leaders agreed on the need for a unified opposition stance ahead of upcoming legislative sessions. The meeting reportedly focused on strengthening coordination between their parties and addressing constitutional and governance concerns to ensure a more effective role in national politics. Pakistan may soon contribute troops to the multinational International Stabilization Force for Gaza. According to official sources, internal deliberations on the matter are at an advanced stage. Any deployment would likely be under a United Nations mandate, in keeping with Pakistan's long-standing peacekeeping tradition. The move, however, could carry domestic political risks given public sensitivities surrounding the Palestinian issue. A formal decision is expected soon from Islamabad. Meanwhile, a major corruption probe has shaken Pakistan's cybercrime watchdog. The Federal Investigation Agency has arrested 6 officers from the National Cybercrime Investigation Agency, including an additional director, on charges of bribery and misuse of authority. The arrests follow growing scrutiny of NCCIA operations, which have recently been linked to several controversial influencer and lawyer cases, as well as the unexplained disappearance of a deputy director. The suspects are expected to be produced in court as investigations continue. And finally, the federal government has recorded a rare fiscal surplus of 1.5 trillion rupees in the first quarter of the financial year. Revenues climbed sharply, rising by over 231% to 3.27 trillion rupees, thanks largely to a 721% jump in non-tax receipts and a steady increase in tax collection. Despite the positive outlook, the Finance Ministry warns that flood damage and border disruptions continue to pressure supply chains, driving inflation to 5.6% in September. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Chris